My name's Ryan Walters. I've been working in Asian football for a little while. It came about, I used to live in South Korea, so I was placed next to the Jeonnam Dragons Stadium in Gwangyang in the south of South Korea. I fell in love with the team, wanted to cover them, and started covering K-League as a whole. I started a website called K-League United, which kind of brought together a bunch of fans across the country to have one spot to write about the league. Eventually K-League found me that way, started working with them, and then from there I started working in international tournaments, doing AFC U23s, things like that. And then yeah, it just kind of kept going from there, and now I've left Korea, travel throughout Southeast Asia, and try to cover as many leagues here as I can.
Hi Ryan, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
How are you?
Good, good.
Yes, today we have a trip to the Nam to the watch a match of V.League. Are you excited?
Yeah, let's do
Yes,
it.
yes. Now,
Yeah.
let's go. So this is the Thiên Stadium. It's one of the most famous stadium in Vietnam.
Oh, really?
Yes, and it's the home stadium of Thép Xanh Nam Định Football Club.
Great.
Yes, VTVcab team will produce the live match.
Great.
Yes, Thép Xanh Nam Định with Đông Á Thanh Hóa. Yeah,
Okay.
let's go.
All right.
We are going to the stadium, and this is the broadcast track. We have about 10 people inside.
Okay.
Yes, a director, cameraman, technicians. Yes, to produce the live match.
Great.
Yes.
V-League has drawn my attention for a long time. I think because especially in Korea, a lot of the national team players, they get trained abroad from a very young age. And one of the things I like about V-League is that a lot of young talent and a lot of young players come up through the local league here. So I think that's one of the things that really draws me to it. It's taken me a little bit longer to get to some V-League games, I think just because of my travel schedule and different tournaments. Been lucky enough to watch the Vietnamese national team, but not, I haven't covered a V-League game yet. I went to one in Ho Chi Minh for fun, just in the stands, and I went to one in Da Nang just for fun. But this will be my first time actually covering it. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Tien Trung Stadium. I'm here in Nam Dinh. Made the trek down, got the fancy bib on today for what's going to be a first versus fourth matchup here in the V-League. You can hear the away fans,
Luckily, mercifully right now, sound-wise, the home fans aren't making a ton of noise at the moment. But for Nam Dinh, for the home team, the Brazilian duo is going to be the one to watch here tonight. Rafalson and Hendrio, they have combined for 18 of 29 goals scored in the league this year. And for Thanh Hoa, for the visitors, they're getting a big return here. After back-to-back losses, they are getting the return of the second highest scorer in the league. That is the Jamaican Romario Gordon. He's back in the lineup tonight and should be really, really key for them in this one, as they need to pick up points because it's been 2 losses in a row for them. They are in 4th. They're starting to drift a ways back, and a ball almost came over here and got us in the moment. The thing to watch in this one, because you're watching this after the fact, is that neither of these teams are held scoreless very often. Thanh Hoa has been held scoreless once, Nam Dinh not at all. And each team has only held 3 clean sheets all season. So there should be goals in this one. And as you can tell from the fans in the stands, this one looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's get out there.
Originally, I'm from the USA, and so I think it's pretty uncommon for people to meet an American that's into football, and football, soccer, whichever, same. I think for me, a lot of it is just because it breaks down cultural barriers, and it's very much an international language of itself. I think football, it unites people in a way that I don't think anything else does, because when you're in the stands, you're behind the goal and your team scores, it doesn't matter who it is next to you, they're getting a hug. You're going to hug and you're going to celebrate and you're going to have this really wonderful moment. So I think moving abroad and just seeing how easy it is to make friends, to cross cultures, to cross barriers through football.
Brian Walters here at Tien Trung Stadium for the ASEAN game, and the first half here was a story of VAR, both early on with a penalty not given, and then about the 27th, 28th minute, I don't know, I've been behind the goal, it's hard to keep track. There was one that was given, and it was a situation of Romario going for the Panenka, which you either look like a brilliant striker, or you have what happened to him here, where it was very easily saved and things remain 0-0 at the half. I do have to say, surprisingly, somewhat, Thanh Hoa has been the team more on top. They've looked more dangerous in attack. They've had more chances. They've looked better in the first half. I think that 2-loss streak that they had coming into this may be playing into things here, but it's going to be a very interesting second half. And if you can, or maybe if you can't, tune in. We'll see you after the match for hopefully some mixed zone interviews, if nothing else, at least a full-time report from me. So stay tuned and we'll see you soon.
Excited match. Yeah. So how do you feel about atmosphere?
I think they're having a lot of fun, and it's a lot of fun to watch them have a lot of fun. I love the trumpets, the drums. We've got some costumes out there. I saw somebody dressed up as a monkey today, so that's outstanding in there. It's a really, really good atmosphere, yeah.
And I think it's the great beginning of the Vietnam trip, right?
Yeah, I think anytime you can get a top of the table clash like this, it's always going to be good, and the fans aren't disappointing tonight. I think they turned up and they're close to getting a home win. So it's been fun being behind the goal, just doing mobile capture as usual, trying to get as much of the atmosphere, just to introduce people outside of Vietnam to what a V-League game is like, how much fun it is to be here, the talent on display, how exciting the game is, just trying to get all that for people. Oh. Wait, hit it. This has been the whole second half. It's just been a really fun game.
You like the Nam Dinh or Thanh Hoa today?
I have to be impartial. I'll say both. But I think we've seen both sides play really well today, actually. Ryan Walters here for the ASEAN game, and I'm joined, rarely as it is, by a guest. Eamon, welcome to the show.
Good to see you, Ryan. Thank you.
For those that don't know, and I don't know how they wouldn't, we were both part of Gongsun FC back in the day, back playing in the shadow of the Jeonnam Dragons Stadium, but we are not in the shadow of that stadium tonight. Tonight we are in the shadow of Hangdae Stadium, where we are here for Vitel versus Kongan. Hanoi is the army versus the police.
Yep.
You can hear the anthem going right now. We're going to get in there as quickly as we can, but tonight I think this is an interesting one because it's the first of two meetings for these two clubs. They're meeting tonight, they'll meet again midweek for the Cup. Vitel, boy, they need to pick things up and form. They're winless in 7, but it's not all doom and gloom for them. There are a couple of players for them that I think you've mentioned being really impressed by.
Yeah, I think so. They've got their national team player, Hwan Duk. He's a creative central midfield player. They tend to rely on a counter-attack quite a lot, so that's where they'll be the biggest threat. But I can't see them threatening the police team too much tonight, to be honest.
A very star-studded police team, we should mention. They are third right now, 7 points off the top as of time of recording. Winners of 5 of 6. The fans are getting excited for it, as you can hear. They are coached, we do need to mention this, because they're coached by Thai legend Zico. And I bring it up not because he is noteworthy in and of himself, but for those that don't know, he's here on loan.
He is. He's on loan from a team called Hwangang Jalai. He's a bit of a legend down there, and we're not quite sure how the details work out, but he'll be with the police team until the end of the season. He's made a great start. He's got them playing attacking football, they're scoring goals. They're going to be back in the title race before long, I think. Yeah.
Should be a fun one, and I mean, there are many people to watch out on the police side, but there's one name that stands out, and it's Win Hong Hai. He's finding form, he's looking good. Should we expect a goal from him tonight?
Yeah, well, he's one of the top scorers in the league, and he's not actually even a striker. He's more like a attacking midfielder. Right. They're known for their attacking prowess. I like the look of Viet Ang as well, the central defender. Played quite well in the recent Asian Cup as well, so but there's stars all over the team for the police team.
Indeed, including my guy, Don Van Hao, who hopefully is in the starting 11. We're going to find out very soon. Look, I just love a villain. You got to get him in there. But before we get in, quick prediction, who's winning?
I can't see beyond a police team win. I'm going to go, I said to you 2-0 earlier, I'm going to go 3-0. 3-0, I've changed my mind.
3-0. Yeah. I'll take the under. I'll go 2-0. But we're going to get in there and maybe enjoy a beverage or two for this one and just enjoy ourselves. But
nice.
We will see you after full time, where we'll do a full breakdown of everything that we've seen in the match and an update on the standings and all that. But for now, we got to go. Thanks so much for watching.
I think the thing that I'm really curious about right now is how the league is positioned when it comes to international football. So I'm really curious with the new AFF Club Championship coming up. I'm really curious how V-League teams are going to be able to perform in that, because we've seen some really great results in Champions League with Hanoi beating Urawa, and we've also seen through the years that some V-League teams have performed really well in ACL. So I'm really curious to know how the league's position, how the top teams are doing when it comes to the new format for Champions League, ACL Elite, ACL 2, and now the AFF Championship. So I just want to get a better sense of the top 5-6 clubs, see how they're running for that. And then I'm also always interested in the clubs fighting off relegation as well, because I think that that's always an interesting story. So before coming here, I know a lot about the national team players, but not so much about some more of the younger local guys that might be ready to make that step into the national team. So that's one of the big things I'm looking for. So this is a really busy week this week because there are a couple of different tournaments going on that I'll be covering remotely, so I'll be doing that. So I want to check out a couple of new stadiums this weekend, maybe go to some training if I can, and hopefully, if I have time, all right, ready? Okay. So things are looking up right now for Hanoi FC. At the moment with you set to return, winners of 3 or 4 league matches. What's going so well for the club right now?
You know, we just got our new coach. So he wants to get everyone play his way, his philosophy. So yes, we took the time to get everyone on the same page. And you know, we have a strong tradition of being an attacking team. So step by step, our combinations are getting better and faster. And that's why we have a good result, certainly. We have to try until the end of the season, and all matches are very difficult, and we must fight every matches. So it's what I love the most after many years of playing.
Great, well, best of luck this season. I hope we'll see you up there in the title race. It's really close, I think it'll be really fun, but best of luck, and I'm sure we'll see each other again in some Champions League. Thank you. Covering football, I think it's been, let's see, Thailand, Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, Vietnam, Cambodia, and South Korea, Japan, and that's it. So 8 total that I've been to. Working, yeah. Food is almost always at the top of my list. I always enjoy different foods everywhere I travel, and I think usually when I come to Vietnam, I'm down south. I'm usually in Ho Chi Minh, so I'm very excited to try the different foods up here, and also just I like walking around and just seeing the different architecture, the different parks, just the different feel of different cities. I think every city has its own personality, and I've been introduced to Hanoi, but I haven't gotten to know it yet, so I'm really looking forward to just kind of walking around and exploring it.
For me, I always enjoy walking around whenever I'm in a new city. I think it's the best way to kind of experience how people go about their day-to-day life in the area. It allows me to kind of stop and spend more time with certain things if I want to, or keep walking if I don't want to spend time there. But it's a great way to kind of take in the sights, the sounds, the smells, the way the air feels, everything. I really enjoy walking around. I love being here in the heart of Hanoi. I think a major city like this, it just feels very alive. I love the chaos here. I don't know if I could live here year round, if I could live here every day. It's a lot. But visiting, I love being in it. I love the chaos of the streets, how many different things are going on, how many great restaurants and places there are here. I think it's a very unique, very fun place to be. For me, anytime I can get time set aside to kind of just walk around and be a part of my surroundings after a lot of work, it's really nice to have a little bit of downtime and just see some sights and take time to be in the moment and enjoy where I am. And when it comes to Hanoi compared to other capitals, I lived in Seoul for a long time, and I think Hanoi specifically, I think it has a lot of personality and it has a lot of charm. I think at night especially, I love how many of the streets have lights hanging from the trees or on the trees, and how that plays with the lights from cafes and restaurants and other areas like that. I think it's a city that has a lot of charm and a lot of really great architecture with a mixture of old and new. And I think other capitals have that, but this is a place where I feel when you're walking around in Hanoi, you don't feel like you're anywhere else other than Hanoi, and that's a fun feeling to have.
All right, that is it for my time here in Hanoi. I'm off to Singapore for work next, but it's been an amazing trip. It's been amazing to get to know this city a little bit more. The weather's finally cooperating a little bit today. It was a really honor and a privilege to get out and see some V-League games, to get into the stadium, to sit with the fans, to experience things from the media side, from the fan side, to speak to the players. Everything has been really great. I'm already looking forward to coming back. And we'll just cut that out of the shot.